We're going to make an electric motor, so materials you need again are the magnet wire, you're going to need a D battery, the sandpaper, the conductive tape again, rubber band you may or may not use, a couple of the paper clips, ceramic magnets, some jumper wires. Going to use that foam cube again, and you're going to use this paper tube. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to wrap the magnet wire around the battery, similar to what you did in the first enrichment exercise. And you're going to wrap it around about 10 or 20 times. And you're going to want to make sure to leave a couple inches at the end so that you have something to work with. So I have it wrapped about 20 times. So now we're going to want to slip this off the battery. And then you could just break this other end off, or you can use a pair of scissors. And we're going to kind of want to squish the coil down, because else it'll kind of be like an accordion. And then you're going to want to have a nice little circle there. And then we'll take the ends, we'll call these leads, and we're kind of going to just get it so that it's not flailing around everywhere. So we'll just kind of tie it around a couple times here so that that keeps the coil in place. And then we'll do it again on the other side. We'll try to keep it about the same side apart, okay? Keep them parallel. Alright, now we should have a nice little coil here, and we're just going to need to have like about an inch of the lead so we can cut them. So I'm going to use scissors to cut that more accurately. So again, we'll just have about an inch here, and then another inch on this side. Alright, and then you're going to want to sand the leads, but this is the key part, important here, is you're just going to want to sand one side of the lead. So if we look at the coil this way, we want to sand the tops, okay? It's going to be very important just to have the tops sanded and not the bottoms. We're going to sand it really good on the top all the way to where the coil meets the lead. Alright, now we're going to assemble our motor. So we're going to use the cube again for our base. We'll just unwrap the paper clips like this so that we could stand them in the foam. And then we can use the paper tube just to kind of keep these two nice and parallel. And then the tricky part here is going to be getting the coil sit inside on the paper clips. Alright, so you're going to want to make sure these leads are nice and straight. You're going to have to fiddle with everything here to get everything nice and straight. And the magnet will sit underneath the coil, and it's going to want to attract to those paper clips. And then we're going to want to connect to our D battery. Alright, so what you can do here is take these jumper wires and we can tie them to both of the paper clips. And it's kind of hard to get it on there and keep a good contact, so you might want to use a little bit of the conductive tape to hold it there. And we'll do the same on the other side. And then we're going to want to connect this to our battery. And what we could do there is we could either use the conductive tape to hold it to the battery, or we can use the rubber band to hold the jumper wire to the battery. Okay, so that's basically your setup for this. Now a lot of this is going to be fiddling around, trying to get everything nice and level and get this coil to move. And then you may just need to give it a little push to get it going. So as long as you get this thing to spin a couple times without stopping, you can get full credit for that part.